Hey, what's going on, buddy? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today, we're going to be doing another story, but before we start the story, I want to say, the Skyrim Civil War, that's not going to happen for a while. Or at least until I get a better camera. Because, what happened, this camera that I was using does not pick up anything. Like, everything's so static. Now, if I remember to find a better camera within my house, then yes, I will be ending up doing this. But I'm going to have to find a better camera first, and I don't know how long that's going to take. So you're going to have to wait a while. I'm sorry. I was actually looking forward to this. It was going pretty well, and then I think I did like one episode in it, and the footage was it was all staticky and it was terrible. So yeah, I decided not to do that. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I'm so sympathetic. But so yeah, that happened. But let's go ahead and start. Let's go ahead and start this episode of stories. So this happened. When the hell did this? I want to say it happened about. It was sometime last year. And behind my house there's a creek. So we are. Alright, how do I say that? There's a guy who lives a few houses down from me. I think he still does. Pretty sure he still does. I haven't, talked to him in a while. But, we are at this, it's raining pretty hard and we're at the creek. Like, he just wanted to go see how bad the creek was, and, we have a little overpass, under the creek, so he could go check it. So he goes over there, and, checks the creek, and it's about, I want to say, a little over, waist height to me, and I'm 6'2" or 3", so I'm not gonna do the math. I'm too lazy to do that. So the hell, that's not even math. Ignore that. Irrelevant. But he goes over to the creek, and he looks at me and just goes, "Stay here." Like, he was older than me, so I'm pretty sure he should have been smarter than that. But he decides to go over to the creek and then go down into it. He was able to get into the creek and everything was going well, and then he starts getting washed away. The current is moving him away, and he's frantically, he's trying to get out. Now, I am I want to say 7th grade. 7th or 6th grade, so 2 or 3 years ago. Maybe 4. I don't know. Back in 6th grade, screw it, irrelevant once again. But, so I'm younger, so I'm trying to figure out, what the hell am I going to do? How am I going, why? What's going on? Help me. I need a note. And he's I'm just sitting here, what should I do? What should I do? He's yelling at me. He's I don't even think he could hear me. Either that or he was not paying attention. Because he was not answering anything I was saying. He was just frantically moving around trying to grab onto something. And, he was able to get out. He was actually pretty close to being washed away. And, I don't know what would have happened then, drown or end up somewhere farther down the creek. But he was finally able to grab like a piece of brush. It was kind of like a line. I don't know why, but there's a line that went down into the creek by this one guy's house. So he was actually able to grab onto it, and he was able to get out. But I think one of the funniest parts of this entire story is that after he was able to get out, I looked at him like there's a guy who came out who lived there. He was wearing nothing but underwear. And not like boxer underwear, just plain underwear. And he just looks at me as I'm just sitting there close to his house, looking down the creek. Actually, I wasn't looking down the creek at this point. I was looking at him, like, walking on the fence. Like, my friend was walking on the fence, trying to get over to me. And the guy just looks at me with the stupidest look. Like, I was crazy. I just look at him, just like, I kind of just look at him, just go, ignore it. And then he looks over and he sees my friend get down, and I think he gave me the creepiest look. I don't know what he thought we were doing, or if we were like trying to get into his house or not. But he just gave me that look, and like whenever I pass that house now, he'll give me that look. Or he used to, at least. I don't think he does it anymore, because I don't go by that house anymore. But yeah, that was, he got out. I called him an idiot for doing that. He just looked at me and said, yeah. He knows that he's an idiot. But just, I guess, never do that. Don't ever jump into a moving creek. Like, he's older than me. So I don't know why I don't think he had the brains. That seems to be a running thing now within the world. That if you, like, no, like if you know, people are just getting stupider and stupider as the world continues, and it's something. It's like you just watch the world fall apart, trying to figure out what can we do to stop this, and then we realize that we can't do anything. The world's doomed. I mean, hell, we have Trump for president. I mean, it's not even Trump. It's just the election this year, because we had two crap presidential people. But I'm not gonna go into that. I don't like either of them, so yeah, I don't take sides. I don't like either of them. But yeah, I guess that's really all I have to say. I'm gonna see if I can figure out, like, find a different camera for Skyrim Civil War. And there is a reason I call it Civil War, because there's a mod that I'm using that revolves around Civil War on the Xbox One. So that is the main reason it's called Civil War, because it actually does have like a Civil War type mod. But that's really all I have to say. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button. It helps a lot, more than you think. Go ahead and head down to my Patreon if you want to support me at all. You don't have to. It's a complete thing. If you don't want to do it, good for you. You don't have to do it. It's just something I would really appreciate if you do. Yeah. But anyway, this is PC Gaming signing off. Bye bye.